Oh, good timing with the music again. Hello, Snooty here. How you all doing? So today I'm going to do the first part of the full base tour. There's quite a lot to get round and I'm not going to be able to do it all in one go. But first, I'm going to show you a skin that I've been working on. Every Minecrafter's got to have his own skin, right? It's a bit dark, so you can't really see much. But there you go. I think it looks alright. I've also got a new banner as well and a new logo, and my daughter will be coming to give me a hand to fine tune all this stuff, but for now I think it looks pretty good. Please feel free to write in the comments of what you think the icon on the front of the top is. Right, let me just put my bits back on. It's actually really good timing, to be honest. I think what we'll do is we'll extend the bed up the top there by another 32 blocks, and we'll see if 128 blocks is enough to get us over the wall. Actually, let me just quickly make an adjustment before I do that. That's better. Let's see if we can get over this wall in the sleeping animation. Dear, I couldn't even land on the bed. Oops. Dear, oh dear. Whatever is going on, this is a good start, isn't it? Why do I feel rusty? Right, 32 blocks up, so that'll put us on 128 altogether. Let's see if 128 blocks is enough to get us over the extra to get us over the wall. Alright, where did that bed go? There it is. God, it's quite high up, isn't it? Oh dear, oh dear. Why do I feel so rusty? I shouldn't do. Dear, oh dear, whatever is going on. That's better. Right, okay then. 128 blocks gets over the wall. That's fine now. Ah, not this again. Oh, that should have put me in the bed. Oh, so should that. I think this is the most failed attempts in a row. What on earth is going on? Is it even possible to get in this bed? Oh, this has taken way too long, really. I swear I am clicking so close to this bed. Very strange, I must say. Oh, no. Still can't quite get over the wall. Where did we land? Probably in about in the same place as the last time. Around this area. I really don't know if it's possible, really, to get over this wall. Dear oh dear. Alright then. Let's start the tour, shall we? Actually, let me get some rockets quickly. Alright. We'll start here, shall we? So, this is like the little lake section. I kind of sort of touched on it a little bit in the last stream, and in this particular area, I've built a treasure and loot fishing farm. This is a Voltrox farm, and of course it works absolutely amazingly. Plenty of treasure loot, as you can see. I'll show you down in the trapdoor in a moment. I'll just give you a little demonstration. Very clever how this works, really. And of course you would use F3 and T together to keep doing this motion. And it automatically casts. So clever, I must say. how these people think of these things. And of course down here this is where all the magic happens, with the redstone and with the skulk sensor. Very clever. This was a lot of fun to build. Let me put the fishing rod back. So just here next is a little bit of a tombstone of one of my friends. As you can see, she came onto this world on the 21st of the 2nd, 2024 to come and visit, and then on the 3rd of the 3rd, unfortunately passed away. So I made a little tombstone, and this was the chest plate that she had. So kind of like a little bit of a homage. So here next is the iron farm. This is the original iron farm that was built. As I said in the last stream, this is currently turned off, and this was a Voltrox design. And down here was like a little trading hall. I can see somebody's watching the stream. Hi. Feel free to send a message in the chat. Hey Growlo, how are you? When I finished having a quick look around here, if you would like to name a skeleton horse, just pop the name in the chat and I'll grab a name tag and I'll name it for you. So down here, as you can see, is the original villagers. And the classic zombies trapped in a boat that the villagers can see when these trapdoors are flicked up. I did kind of spruce up this area a little bit more than I thought compared to how it was in the last stream. Can you please play Donut SMP? To be honest, I've never actually tried anything like that. I don't actually ever play on servers. But who knows, in the future I might do. Just to give it a try. So there you go. That's the iron farm. And as I said, Growlo, if you would like to name a skeleton horse, let me know the name that you'd like to put, and I'll grab a name tag and I'll name it for you. So Bone Meal Farm, as I touched on it, was the same and still remains the same to this day. And also the tree farm still remains the same. I would like to build one with TNT one day. Maybe that's another project that I can add to the list. Will be quite good. Hey Growlo, name him Dante. Okay, I'll do that now. Let me go and see if I can find a name tag. You'll be the first person who's had a skeleton horse named. As you can see, I've been quite lucky with skeleton horses, so there's plenty here to be named. And then I'll continue the tour. And yes, I've never really had an opportunity to play on any other servers or anything. That would be nice to give it a try one day. Oh, nice. Ah. I'm not sure if I can get that little squiggle at the top of the E. But is Dante written like that okay? I hope that'll be okay for you, Grello. Cool. There you go. The first skeleton horse named. And he's all yours. There you go, this one. How cool is that? Good stuff. Okay, so moving on from the tree farm. Actually, I will just show my skin one more time. It's nice. As I say, my daughter's going to come and improve it for me. So that'll be something nice. But yeah. Just adds a bit more fun to the game, really. So yeah, here we go. So generic lava farm. This has been extended. Plenty of lava. And I did touch on this on the last stream, that my son built this. It does still exist in this world. Hello, Dante. Yeah, you have a nice blessed day as well, Grello. And Dante will be absolutely fine here. So yeah, this has always worked well. And it's remained here, literally from the beginning. So over here is the sugarcane farm and the bamboo farm. This has been extended as well. As you can see, there's 16 rows. The concept of this is actually really interesting as well, how it works. Plenty of sugarcane and plenty of bamboo whenever you want. All run by redstone. So moving on to, I think I briefly touched on this as well. This was just me practicing building for the automatic storage. Just getting used to what was going on and how you set it all up. How you get it working. There's actually nothing in here. Where is everything? Okay, there you go. So basically a stack of 16 items requires you to have this much filler in, and then it functions. So yeah, was just basically practice for the main event, which was in there, and originally the storage area, as I briefly touched on, was originally in here. And I've already showed the storage, but still got to finish this. I will get the courage at some point to try and finish it. Oh, so nice to actually have had somebody chatting here. to be honest, was my first ever person to chat in the chat while I was live. And it's so nice that he's had a skeleton horse named after him, or he or she. So here is the Voltrox, the mob XP farm. I touched on this again briefly on the last stream when I went back in time. I really have, hello. This is what a skeleton horse looks like from the inside. Dear oh dear. Oh, yeah, you're just very gently pushing me along, aren't you? I won't go back up there again. There's not really much point. But yeah, at the time, worked really well. And again, was a Voltrox tutorial. I did use quite a lot of Voltrox tutorials, I must admit. Found him really interesting. Hello? You've popped out of the Nether portal, haven't you? You can wander around. So a little bit of an armor collection. Obviously, there's no netherite, and no enchanted diamond armor, but a few sets. So the enchanted gold and the enchanted iron and the iron, and the enchanted chainmail and the chainmail and the enchanted leather and the leather. These particular pieces of armor were all collected from up there in the early days. I just thought it would be nice to make a little kind of armor collection. So I placed it here. And then next is the auto trasher. This works quite well. It's a bit of a generic one. Nothing too particular. Let me try and just see if I can find a few blocks and I'll pop them in. Just so you can see it functioning. So items go in there and then get dispensed. I guess it's a good way to get rid of a load of items quickly. I'm so happy to have had someone in the chat. Really nice. But yeah, there you go. So there's the auto trasher functioning. I briefly touched on the house in the going back in time. I told you about where the design for this house originated from. And in this world, it was extended. The original perimeter for the house ended here, and I basically just put this extension on. And in this section is basically all the achievements with all the dates, as I think I briefly touched on before as well, up to the updated version at this moment in time. A little enchantment setup, nothing too fancy and nothing very exciting. few books and some bookshelves and some lapis, just in case I need to do any enchanting, but don't really use this anymore because I have everything now that I need. So this wither skeleton, basically from when the Nether portal was built, the one which is just out here, he amazingly popped through the Nether portal, and I let him chase me down into the house and decided to capture him in this boat, and he's been basically sitting there for probably the last 2,600 days, so he's kind of part of the furniture now. And as you can see, a few silly cats got themselves stuck in the boats here, one along with this Enderman. Well, it is kind of your fault, isn't it? You shouldn't have really got in the boat, should you? And hello to you as well. So, as I said before in the last stream, which was the going back in time, this basically used to be the only storage. But as you can see, it's just basically now used for food. I'm slowly working my way through all the different foods. Got a couple more slots left. But yeah, always handy to have the food, keeps you going. So this is where the infinite water source ended up. Just basically in this little extension. I think it looks quite nice and neat in here. Goes well. And next to that was the updated cobblestone and stone generator. Now, I can't remember what tutorial I followed to build this. I want to say again it was Voltrox. I really do. But I think all this extra bits and pieces here, like the redstone and the honey block, I think that was all me figuring it out for myself, really. As you can see, a little circuit. This was interesting to build as well. Basically a haste 2 beacon outside, which I currently don't have at the moment, but I will put one outside and then onto the honey block. But you've seen these before, I'm sure. But produces really well if you need lots of stone or lots of cobblestone. Allows you to build all these different types of blocks. In here is basically just all the old wall that I pulled down before I put the new wall up. So there you go. And here's a top secret lever. I will click it one day, but I'm not going to do that now. It's just way too secret at this moment in time, but there will be a big reveal for this. And then just outside, a collection of each colour of shulker. I think there's just a couple of colours missing, or I think I might have actually already have all the colours, but I think there might be a couple of shulker boxes in here which has got a load of rubbish in that I need to sort out. Oh, actually no, they're not. They are literally just over by the Ocean Monument fish tank, containing all the items that I'm going to need to finish that. Where's Dante? There he is. Cool. So yeah, so that is the inside, the inner part of the perimeter. So I think what we'll do is we'll go around from here, I think. So here is a flower, honey and warped fungus farm using, and there's an Enderman in there. Yeah, hello. What are you doing in there? Hey, I'll go this side actually. Oh my goodness, look at all these blocks. Lots of these kind of farms on YouTube, but everyone generally knows how these things work. I've wired it up so you basically use a lever to turn it on, and then a lever to turn it off. I'm not going to pick anything up because it's not necessary. And just down here, oh yeah, I'll show you those guys in a moment. Just down here is basically the collection system if there was a minecart running. The minecart goes from here all the way around, here as well, because there is 4 platforms here. The minecart comes along here. Oh yeah, there you go. There's the minecart. I think it's actually the Enderman that's actually stopped it from working. The minecart comes all the way along here, stops here, and then gets pushed back, and then follows the same principles all the way back round, picking anything up which is above us. And all the bits and pieces go into this chest. Again, this was actually real fun to build. Really enjoyed building this. I can't really do much while that Enderman really is around. Otherwise, I would just break this minecart and get it rolling again. Yeah, I can't really get it rolling again without it being an absolute pain, if I remember correctly, but you get the idea anyway. And then just above this, as you can see, there is little dispensers here. There's four of them, so there's one there, there's one there, one there, and one there, which is encased in a wooden ceiling. I'll show you just up here in a moment, but I'll just show you these 2 guys. Actually quite funny. Now, they didn't have iron swords, but they did actually spawn in full chainmail. So that's one of the reasons why I caught them. because I felt like they were unique. Very interesting that that it happened to be a zombie and a baby zombie, not at the same time, but over the course of different times. So I caught them both in here. I like the fact that the sword is smaller when the baby zombie is holding the sword compared to the adult zombie. But yeah, they've been in here for a very long time as well. And I will eventually add them to the mob museum. So I'll show you up here. So yeah, dispensers here. Basically a bee farm. So these are all fully automated in the dispenser. Either bottles or shears. And then the honey will be automatically dispensed. And then will be fired out of the dispenser onto the ground below, where the minecart would then collect and put it into the chest. This area was actually really fun to build as well. It's like a big greenhouse, really. I've not actually been in here for a long time, to be honest. Yeah, there you go. This system was set up for honeycomb. This one was set up for honeycomb. Oh yeah, they were all set up for honeycomb. So in other words, you basically used shears. Why is there no item frame on that one? There's item frames on all the others. Wonder what happened to that. Yeah, it's quite nice in here. As I said, it's basically like a big greenhouse. So next to this, oh yeah, I will just say this. So this was my friend's bed. She died at purple. And I gave her a pink shulker box to use. So I decided to put her bed down here next to the greenhouse. And all her items that she had in this pink shulker box remain. Untouched, as like a little bit of a homage. Dear oh dear, I can't believe she only lasted 2 weeks. So next, this is where all these shroom lights were basically harvested from. So planting fungi or fungus and using some bone meal gets you the trees that grow the shroom lights. I actually cannot remember what they're called because it's been such a long time again since I have actually even used this area, because I finished putting down these shroom lights a long time ago. But yep, so warped nylon, you pop down the fungus and then you get a tree. Lots of spaces to make sure that you could harvest plenty of shroom lights. But it's a manual farm, but it worked really well. What are we on at the moment? We are on 40 minutes. So we've almost finished, really, this stream already. I think what we'll do is we'll just talk about this. This is definitely a Voltrox design. And was actually one of my favourites to build. Just the fact that this whole area contains basically water. And I'm sure you'll probably guess what it is. It's a drown farm. Again, very interesting concept. It really does look menacing, doesn't it? That's funny. There. Hang on. Now I've got my skin, I can do funny things like this, can't I? Can I actually get there? Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh dear, oh dear. So funny when they fall down. Basically a copper farm, and this is where I got the tridents from. So it's the shaders basically making their faces glow, and the little bit of detail on their body. The complementary shaders always do amazing things, really. They do just make the game look so much nicer. So yeah, there you go. So thanks to this farm, that's why I managed to get both tridents sorted out. Shall I put them out of their misery? There you go. This has all since been emptied, and to be honest, this is actually the first time that I've been up here in a very long time. How come you're stuck? Oh yeah, there you go. Oh dear. Right. So yeah, drown farm. Again, Voltrox design or tutorial. Worked amazingly. Okay, I'll do one more, and then I think we'll blink an egg. That was a bit close. So this is, again, definitely a Voltrox design. The actual lion farm. I just made a few little changes, which was by placing these trapdoors on the side so that the villagers can actually get some rest. And I added just these pieces of wood here, these slabs, just to stop these guys from maybe spawning on the edge here and then maybe jumping off here. So I don't quite understand why he spawned on the outside. I'll just have to check that out, but yeah, this works absolutely amazingly. Produces so much iron. That's why I basically was able just to shut this iron farm down, the one which was over here. Where is it? Somewhere. There you go, that one. No, it's somewhere anyway. just behind there, I think. This was why I was able to shut this iron farm down, because it just wasn't needed anymore. And I put a little bit of spin on it myself, as I think I've covered before, where I created these little sections, which is basically trading. So you've got all the traders. I'm in the process of curing them and infecting them at the moment to get all their trades to 1 emerald. But yeah, this really did take such a long time. I've got a zombie in here who is in a boat and is specifically let out to infect the villagers, so I'll keep him in there. I think it looks really nice and neat. This is all this area is spawn proofed. Well, apparently so. Yeah. Their little quarters. But yeah, as I say, works a treat. And was a lot of fun to build. I think everything is always fun on this game, really. Especially when you manage to get it working as best as it possibly can. And yeah, there you go. The collection system. So fully automated. I spent quite a bit of time down here at one point gathering iron blocks. So I put a little clock down here as well, so I could tell what was going on time-wise. Okay, 47 minutes. What's next? Let's have a little look. Yeah, I think we'll briefly touch on the bits and pieces that are here, and then I think what we'll do is we'll leave it at the Ocean Monument fish tank, and then when I next stream I will continue the tour. So this building is going to be the building where I'm going to build like a mob museum. So, and yes, there is an alley behind here, So I've locked him in there. He's not escaping. He can just sit there until such a time as this wall gets broken down. And this will eventually become the mob museum. That will be a lot of fun trying to capture all the mobs. Goodness knows how on earth I'm even going to capture all these mobs and get them in there, but I shall be experiencing it for the first time, and you'll be watching me for the first time attempt to try and do this, so should hopefully give some good entertainment. So just here's a little beacon set up. So got emerald, gold and iron so far. I'm in the process of building the diamond one, and then in the middle one day obviously will be netherite, but of course that's obviously going to take such a long time to do. So just over here, this was basically just like a little test. So a lot of farms that required you to use gates to keep the lava in, unless you had already visited the Nether and got a wood that doesn't burn with lava in order to build the gates. You couldn't build those farms in the beginning unless you had gone to the Nether. But for some magic reason, if you placed a sign on top of the gates, they don't burn. I actually don't know the reason behind this, but this was just like a little test just to see if that really was something that was true, and it literally is. So here we move on now to one of the biggest projects, really. This is one of the biggest projects, I would say, is going to be the Ocean Monument fish tank. Haven't done any more work on it as of now, but I will do. I'll get there with it. In the process of building the inside, I have already showed you this before though in a previous stream. And the tutorial for building this, I did say in the original stream when I was talking about this whose tutorial I was following, but again I haven't done any work in here for a while, so this is something that I really should do and spend some more time on. It is going to look wicked when it's finished. I mean, it already looks pretty cool as it is. Right, 52 minutes. I think we'll leave it at that. So there you go. That is the tour part 1 is finished for now. When I next stream, I will continue with a part 2. Still got lots to cover. Like, we're just coming round really this way. We've got over here to do, and the reason why there's a form of a dam here. This farm which is over here, and some towers. These were actually originally lava casts, but I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with them. Got these farms here as well to talk about. These ones were a lot of fun to build. All the bits and pieces that are over that side, and then there's a few other bits and pieces that are scattered around that we'll take a fly out to go and have a look. And then obviously all the bits and pieces that were built in the Nether. Okay, I think just as I end the stream, we'll say goodbye to Dante, and then we'll leave it at that for today. Right, where are you? Ah, there you are. Come on, Dante. Let's go for a little walk. Let's go for a little run. That's so cool. The first skeleton horse named on a stream. That's quite a nice achievement, I think. Okay. I'll try and see if I can stream tomorrow, work permitting. And this is the end of the World Tour Part 1. So from me and Dante, I'll say goodbye. Goodbye.